Welcome everyone to Mr. Linux Bennett channel. Today we're looking at the HSP again. This one is January 22. So I want to say thank you all for being a part of my channel. Even if you're not, that's cool. That's cool. So let's get ready to begin. Right? The persons who are part of my channel, they know the benefits already. So let's go. All right, the usually following cell structure does photosynthesis takes place, and that is chloroplast. Again, guys, this one is going to be a bit weird. Don't think about the answer as in letters, but as in the actual answer. Positive refer to the following diagram showing a process that occurs when crystal of potassium magnate 7 are placed in a beaker of water. The process that allows the color to spread throughout the water is called osmosis, diffusion, absorption, or active transport. And that would be diffusion. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button. In the human body, the process demonstrated in the diagram above occurs between A, skin and hair, B, blood and brain, C, trachea and esophagus, D, alveoli and blood capillaries. And that's the alveoli and the blood capillaries. Item 4. Refer to the following food chain: python, zooplankton, jellyfish, turtle. The food chain above the primary producer is it the turtle, the jellyfish, the zooplankton, or the python plant? And that is the python. Right, let's continue to number 5. Item 5 refer to the following diagram showing a leaf from a detached potted plant. Plant is exposed to sunlight for a few days, and the leaf is removed and tested for starch. The color of the parts labeled X would most likely be A, blue-black, brown, C, green, or white. So most likely be brown. All right, so let's look at 6. Item 6 refers to the following information on the body mass index, or the BMI. The BMI categories are as follows: underweight, less than 18.5, normal weight between 18.5 and 24.9, overweight between 25 to 29.9, and obese greater than 30. Number 6 says which persons above is considered to be overweight, and that to be the ones greater than 30. No, between 25 and 29. It will be this two. All right, so that's 3. 7. The person in the normal weight category has a weight in kilogram up. And that would be 54. Let's move on to number 8. Which of the following diseases is caused by lack of vitamin A? Scurvy, rickets, beriberi, or night blindness? And that would be night blindness. Which of the following is used to test for sugar in cereal? Bread, reagent, iodine solution, Benedict solution, or grease spot emulsion? And that's the Benedict solution. Number 10. Water is required by all living things in order to A, dissolve fat, B, break down fiber, C, transport substances, D, dissolve vitamin E, and that's transport substances. Diarrhea most likely leads to headache, dehydration, constipation, or poor hygiene. And that would be dehydration. A sample of pepsin taken from the stomach will not function in the small intestine because A, the small intestine is acidic, B, Stomach juice is alkaline. C. Action of the pepsin is affected by the temperature. Or D. Small intestine has a different pH from the stomach. And that is most likely a different pH. Alright, 13 refers to the following diagram. This one is a repeater thing. The part labeled white is responsible for the digestion of, is it fat, sugar, starch, or protein? And that would be protein. Which of the following food is an excellent source of iron? Egg, liver, carrot. That's definitely liver. Long time I don't eat some liver. Long time I don't eat some liver. I'm not like. Which of the following structures of the tooth provides a surface for biting and crushing food? The root, the crown, the cement, or the pulp cavity? And that is the crown. So Benny is your king. Alright, number 16. Guys, you're not each because the time and go. Which statement makes explain the data illustrated by the graph? So here we have the non-smoker, what's up? And we have the smoker. We have the saturation of hemoglobin, and we have the oxygen right here. Alright. Which statement explain, let's see, smoking reduces the oxygen carrying capacity of blood. That could be it, you know. Smoking increases the oxygen carrying capacity, can't increase. Smoking does not, does. Smoking increase, then decrease the oxygen, That's A, 16 would be A. Alright, so let's move on to 17. Item 17 represents the following diagram, which shows the final stage of a procedure of a mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. What is the first step must be taken in order to perform the procedure? First step, pinch the person nostril to prevent from escaping. Place the person on his stomach, which is head tilting downwards. Place the person on his back and press back his forehead with one hand. Everybody feel learn this, guys. Everybody feel learn to give the mouth to mouth. You never know. Real thing. Number 18. Which of the following are dependent on aerobic respiration? 1. Preparation of dough used in baking of bread. 2. The use of vinegar as a safe alternative to harsh cleaning agents. 3. The fermentation of fruits to produce homemade wine. The wine in it, the dough in it. Let's see the vinegar something. Use of vinegar, a safe alternative to harsh cleaning. So I'm gonna go with all 3. Respiratory system. Gaseous exchange takes place at, is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? And that's right here, so that's 3. Alright. Because happy Father's Day. Big up everybody, big up every father, alright? Soon get replied to and watch that. The oxygen carrying capacity of red blood cell is facilitated by A, the presence of platelets, B, the presence of hemoglobin, C, the size of red blood cells, or D, the absence of the nuclear in the cell, and that's B, presence of the hemoglobin. The function of the valves in the heart is to, let me get it. The girl and break it. Alright, number C. Number 21 rather is C, prevent the backflow of blood. So the heart, the valves prevent the backflow of blood. I say finish one numbers. I must teach this. Oh guys, if you want to join me city and guilds class, 4 classes leave, so just link me, alright? Only 1,000 Jamaican dollars. Which of the following components of the blood transport area? Urea. Oh. Let's read that again. Which of the following components of the blood transport urea? Is it the plasma, the platelet, the red blood cell, or the white blood cell? And that's the plasma. We can learn that in how the body works. The human circulatory system transport A, nutrients, heat, fiber. B, oxygen, hormones, glycogen. C, nutrients, nitrogenous waste, and oxygen. D, oxygen, starch, nitrogenous waste. And that is nutrients, nitrogenous waste, and oxygen. Notice how the answer I call like when I say A, B, or C. Alright, I want you guys to remember. Which of the following is a function of the lymph nodes? coagulation of the blood. B, production of plasma proteins. C, maintenance of extracellular fluid, homeostasis, or filtration and destruction of. Why is it? It's actually filtration and destruction of harmful organisms. I did not mark this, guys. I did not mark it itself, man. All right, so let's move on to 25. Which of the following statements above is the adaptation of the skeleton for movements are true? 1, skeleton provides framework for the attachment of muscles. 2, joints present between limb bones allow movement to occur when muscle contract. 3, limb bones act as levers for body movement. And that look like all, and that is all. 26. Which of the following is the most severe damage caused by the prolonged wearing of high heel shoes? Ladies. A, misligament of bones in the feet. B, widening of space between the toes. C, development of corns and calluses on the toes. D, reduction of support balance on the heels of the feet. And that's A. So ladies, you like to dress up in your heels and things, but don't do it too much, all right? A ball and socket joint is located A, at the elbow, B, between the wrist, C, between the skull and the neck, D, where the arm meets the shoulder, and that is, everyone should know that, all right? So let's move on to 28. It's a bit dirty. This is a dirty part. I don't like the dirty part, guys. I don't like it. But anyway, we have to do it, right? 29 refers to the following structure of the kidney. The part labeled X, I don't even, oh yeah. Is the proximal convoluted tube, Bowman's capsule, loop of Henle, or, well, we know it's the Bowman capsule. So since it's 30, we're gonna go right here, guys. 29. The main function of the verbal column is to protect the spinal cord. Guys, this is the only dirty part, all right? In the meantime, just like the ability of the human body, Lord, it is body, really bad. The ability of the human body to maintain is called homeostasis. Guys, it's really bad. I want to get off this page right now. We got the cricket them. Our thing is not good. The area of the brain which has the thermostat in the regulatory body, in the regulation of the body temperature is it the cortex, cerebellum, hypothalamus, or the medulla oblongata, and that is the hypothalamus. Guys, I'm trying my best. If I get an next spin one, I'm going to do it over. The function of the kidney is to, and it's a form urine. I'm just going to have to try read as best as possible. The best treatment for cataract of the eye is replacement of the eye lens by means of surgery. So guys, you can't see it, but I can. 34, last out of the 31. Which of the following is not true of a voluntary action? Let me just say, a movement of action, it's unconsciously performed all the time. So it's unconsciously performed all the time. Yeah, we done the dirty page. Oh, what is that? People might print the thing and have to do it good in the money. Anything you have to just do good and done. Listen to peeps. 35. The way in which lens brings out the fine focusing of object is called myopia, astigmatism, conjunctivitis, or accommodation. And that's accommodation. The tough membrane which encloses the fetus and secretes a watery substance for the protection is called, is it the uterus, the placenta, the amniotic sac, or the umbilical cord? And that's the amniotic sac. Oh, it's already March. 37. Which of the following glands produce follicle stimulating hormone, or the FSH? Guys, open that type in, this is supposed to test your speed, all right? See how fast may I go? Which of the following glands produce follicle stimulating hormone, or the FSH? Is it the ovary, thyroid, the pancreas, or the pituitary? And that's the pituitary. 38. The region of the human brain that is responsible for the balance and locomotion Is it the cerebrum, cerebellum, the hypothalamus, or the olfactory lobe? And that would be the cerebellum. All right, hit the like button if you have not. Well, everybody's supposed to hit the like button because somebody I do videos after videos. I mean, I don't see why I won't hit the like button. Item 29 refers to the following diagram showing the human male reproductive system, in which of the structure are the spermatozoa produce, and that is right here in the balls. So that is 4. So that gives us D. Which of the following contraceptive method is associated with side effects such as nausea, breast discomfort, and circulatory problems? And that is the pill. Ladies, be careful, all right? Second long early, married, so you have to depend on something there. So let me show you one. 41 refers to the following stages in the development of the embryo, which occurs after fertilization of the ovum. All right, so you can't miss it now, guys. So it's the formation of the zygote, meiotic division of the zygote, and which one is E? And that would be implantation of the embryo. In a multicellular organism, whenever cells need to be replaced, cells are divided by fission, mitosis, meiosis, or fertilization. This is a very popular one, mitosis. An example of discontinuous variation in human is height, foot length, color, tongue rolling. That is the tongue rolling. I don't even want to go there. All right, let's move on to 44. Which of the following hormones is produced from bacteria that have been genetically engineered by humans? Is it insulin, thyroxine, testosterone, or progesterone? Insulin. That is weird. Number 45. In one parent, if one parent is homozygous dominant for tallness and the other parent is heterozygous dominant for tallness, the possible genotypes of their offspring will be A, all TT, of TT, blah, 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 blah. And that is of TT and of T. That's so weird. Of the T. Which of the following pests is classified as a vector? Is it the rat, the ant, the locust, or the termites? Nobody love rat. All right, so let's move on to 47. Going on fine. In order to produce the spread of wingworm, one should avoid A, sharpening personal items and walking barefoot in changing rooms. B, spitting and sneezing around others in a poorly ventilation room. C, sharing utensils and have blood transfusion. D, eating contaminated food in public. And that is actually A, sharing personal items and walking barefoot in changing rooms. 48, which of the following is classified as an infectious disease? Is it asthma, diabetes, influenza, or hypertension? That's influenza. 49, the drug heroin is an example of, is it steroid, narcotic, sedative, or stimulant? Guys, make sure a lot of new questions on this, so guys, make sure to go over that one. All right, it's a very short video. Make sure to go over it, watch it again. A lot of new questions around this, so no not do. Item 50 refers to the following bar chart, which show the risk of dying from heart attack or stroke for lean, normal, and obese person. All right, so aerobic fit, unfit, and then we have lean, normal, and obese, right? Which of the following contusion can be joined from the graph? Them type of questioning. All right, let me see. Fit, lean persons are least likely to suffer heart attack. So fit, lean. So these are unfit, these are fit, lean. Fit, lean persons are least likely, least, as if it's small. All right, so that is true. Fit, obese person are less likely to suffer heart attack than a lean, unfit person. Go again. Fit, obese person are less likely to suffer heart attack than a lean, unfit person. All right, so we have unfit. This is unfit. We're dealing with obese, right? Obese. So these are the unfit. I'm gonna label them because they're not. These are fit. I read with them again. Fit, obese, yeah, this are less likely. Okay, very good. It's correct. So this is smaller. Guys, sometimes I'm not have them to study, alright? Let's see what number 3 say. Unfit, normal person. So unfit, normal. See this. And this are unfit, right? Are less likely. No, they're more likely. The higher the bar, are the more likely. So that out of it. So 1 and 2. Alright, so let's go. Maybe let them take a question, guys. Can make one little error and bam, everything wrong. Alright, so let's move on to 51. Which of the following methods of slowing down the progress of HIV/AIDS is infected individuals? Encouraging them to have fewer sexual partners. B. Encourage them to use a latex condom during sexual activity. C. Reducing their chances of coming into contact with infected blood. D. Using drugs to treat disease that occurs because their immune systems are damaged, and that is most likely using drugs to treat the disease that occurs because their immune systems are damaged. 52 refers to the following diagram showing the life cycle of a housefly. Which stage is prevented by the housekeeping housefly to refuse properly covered, and that is the egg. We've done that before many times. All right, so not even each one. So 52, we clear 52, we're on to 53. Immunity passed from mother to fetus by way of placenta is described as A, natural active, B, natural passive, C, artificial active, or D, artificial passive. And that is B, natural passive. All right, so let's move on to 54. We are almost at the end, guys. Do ensure that you are subscribed here. Ensure that you hit the like button if you appreciate what's here. If not, let's go. All right. Let's move on to 54. Which of the following organisms transmit the pathogen that causes malaria? Is it rat, housefly, anopheles, or the Aedes aegypti mosquito? And that is the anopheles mosquito. 55. After storm, which method should not be used to take water safe for drinking? Let's read again. After storm, which method should not be used to make water safe for drinking? A, using a fine container. B, using chloramine tablets. C, boiling for at least 5 minutes. D, adding small amount of bleach. And that would be A, using a fine strainer jugs, but the disease in it. All right, 56. A prick latching can affect water quality by A, encouraging the breeding of mosquitoes. B, encouraging rodents to frequent water source. C, allowing the seepage of raw sewage in the water. Table. All right. So basically, that's shit in the water. All right. So let's move on to 57. Which of the following phrases best describe non-biodegradable pollutants? A, broken down of chemicals to less harmful material. B, can be broken down by sunlight to less harmful material. C, broken down by living organisms to less harmful materials. Or D, unable to break down living organisms to less material. And that 57 would be D. We're on 2021. Agricultural pollutant leads to A, smog, B, acid rain, eutrophication or eutrophication or global warming. All right, so that would be C, eutrophication. I don't know why they have to do the murder in science. Somebody needs to talk about this. There's no need for this, guys. There's no need for this. All right, let's go now. 59 refer to the following graph, which shows the incidence of respiratory disease in the community located close to landfills. So the number of persons, 1970, 80, 90, 2000, and 2010. The number of persons suffering from respiratory disease between 1990, let me just mark it, between 1990 and 2010. So basically, what am I doing? It's not reach 40, you know? Oh, where do you go down? So I'm just saying it's at 35. We work with 35. Oh, this is too big. All right, so that'll be 35 plus the 30. And this hour. 45. Let's try, guys. All right. The answer was provided here. So even if 5 and 5, 10, 0, 1, 4 and 3, 7, 10, 1, 10. Maths is just awesome. Just awesome. Just awesome. A landfill can be best defined as an area A in which solid waste are spread out of the layers and compacted. B, in which garbage and sewage are dumped. C, which is filled with dirt and other materials. Or D, in which sewage is treated. And that is A. This is enough. Thank you guys for watching. Please ensure that you like the video. And if you want to subscribe, go ahead and do so. So, I'm out. No doubt. See you guys in another video.